Hello everyone, so for today's video I thought that I would talk, I don't really know what I'm going to call this, but I'm kind of just going to chat, because why not? This is YouTube, that's basically what this app is. So I have prepared on my notes just kind of like a list of different things that I want to cover. I'm basically just going to be talking about the future, which is such a fun thing to talk about. It's not scary at all to think about your future. Because of the current pandemic, I'm not sure if you know, coronavirus is a thing. You might have not heard of it though, it's quite like Indian, unknown. So I am going to be talking about stuff related to school, education, university, that is education, just everything like that, because there's a lot of unanswered questions which I want to talk about. So the main thing that I want to talk about, not the main thing, but the first thing I want to talk about is potentially going back to school in 2 weeks' time. No. So we apparently might be going back to school on like June 8th or June 15th or something like that. If 2 plus 2 is 4 and 5 plus 5 is 10.
What the fuck is this? I didn't see.
I can't lie. Do I need to go back to school? Yes. Am I kind of failing? Yes. I am enjoying this lifestyle. I wake up at like 9 o'clock and I just go out and sunbathe. It's gorgeous. I love my life. Like, I have just gotten used to this whole no school thing, but my A-levels, yes, they are not going well. So if school does open, I will be attending. However, I will not be attending happily. Next up is the work that I'm currently being set, because I think everybody, I'm not sure about like other countries, but I think in the UK, everybody's being set like different stuff. Like everybody's being taught differently. For the first like 3 weeks to a month of when we had this whole online, well, when we weren't in school, all I was getting set was like a PowerPoint and just like to do it. Like I wasn't having any interaction with my teachers, which did not go well, which is why I was getting E's in my history essays. Also because I'm a dumb bitch. From the last, I'd say for like the last month or so, we've been doing like Google Hangouts, which is basically just Zoom, but my school don't want to use Zoom. And I'm having like online Hangouts, which is helpful, but I'm still not thriving. Next up is what is going to happen in year 13, because I'm in year 12 going into year 13, so I'm in like a very uncertain period. I don't want to make it a competition and be like, we have it worse, but like I feel as a year 12 that our situation is the weirdest, but there is just kind of the risk that there is going to be a second wave of the coronavirus, which if that happens will be in like September, October, which means we might have to go off school again. I swear that if we go off school for another 2 months, 3 months, if they think that I am going to be doing my A-level and succeed, they are wrong. I don't know how the government expect us to do our A-levels if we've had like 6 months off of school. It do not make sense. Another question that's very like unknown is what grades are going to be sent to university, because normally in my school, I think it's the same for every other school, but like the mock grades that you do in, well, we would have had our mocks in like June. The mocks that you do then, those grades then get sent off to university, and that's when universities kind of like they look at those grades and that's how they base you, like off of those grades. I'm not doing mocks. I hate the coronavirus, I hate the coronavirus. So if we aren't getting predicted grades, it's kind of like, well, what grade's being sent to uni? And I spoke to my history teacher about this and she was like, oh, I'm not sure, but I think we might just like make a predicted grade based off of how you think you would do in a mock. And it's like, love, what? I'm very worried. I think I'm more worried about university than I am more about year 13, because like university is a whole mess. A-levels are a whole mess, but university is an even bigger mess. I think something that's like on my mind, and it's also on my parents' minds on behalf of me. Why did I just have a stroke? How are we supposed to pick our unis if we haven't been there? Answer me that, Boris. I get that you can get the vibe of the course online and that you can look at the course, but you have never been to the location of the uni, which is something that I would care about. I want to know where I'm going to go. I would like to spend time there and see if I like the place and if I like the uni. I've heard that they might be doing like virtual open days instead of doing them normally. Normally I think the open days are in like June or July, so now pretty much, but I think they're gonna do like virtual open days, which I get, they're trying to help. Also, are we still doing our A-levels as normal? Are we gonna have any changes? I hope that we do. I was speaking to my friend about this and we were kind of both being like, we get that, like, obviously we want a change, like we want them to be like, you know what, you're only gonna do one test instead of like, you're only gonna do half the amount of content or something. But everybody's in the same position, which then it means that everybody's gonna be the same. So really, they shouldn't have to change anything because nobody's at a disadvantage if we've all been going through the same situation. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but like, 'cause nobody's gonna be at an advantage. So if they don't change the exams, I wouldn't be that mad because I'm like, well, we're all gonna perform how we perform because we've all gone through this whole situation together. But I would like them to make me revise less stuff for history because I have no idea what's going on. Next up, university. Why did I kind of slay that? So university, as I said, the open day, that is a big problem. But a bigger problem is, what am I gonna do at university? I have always obviously been attracted to the media, to YouTube, I thought someone just rang me. I think I was gonna originally do like television and broadcasting. I was looking at courses at like Portsmouth, and no shade to Portsmouth. I was looking at their uni ranking, and obviously uni ranking does not determine how good the course is, because if you do a course at Oxford, and if you do a course at a lower graded university, you're still gonna come out with the same degree, but it's just like you've gone to a different place. But I was looking at Portsmouth and it did rank quite low, and some people were kind of bashing the uni, which is great. So then I was just thinking, is television the right thing for me to do? Because I feel like it's quite specific. So I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm gonna be looking at journalism as a more widespread thing, and I'm gonna be looking at that and courses related to that. I haven't really looked at courses properly yet because I'm like, well, what do I do? Like, UCAS is apparently open. Like, apparently we can start picking our unis. I have not got a UCAS account. Do I need a UCAS account? I don't know how it works. I'm just a bit confused like what to do because my school have given direction. Like, do they put stuff on the Google Classroom? Yes. Do I look at the Google Classroom? No. I think I don't really know what's going on with uni, like UCAS and all that. And like personal statement, I don't know what to talk about. I'm a very boring person. I'm not sure where I left off because my camera just died. That's great, but we are back, and we only have one more thing to talk about. So, this is something, what I'm about to talk about, that is genuinely going to be a problem, I think. I'm not really sure how it's going to work, like I'm not sure if the government are going to do something about it, but it's all to do with people in year 13 currently that are going to defer, which if you don't know what deferring means, basically means like you don't go to uni for your first year, and then you join like a year later. So it's basically like having a gap year. Loads of people are going to be doing this year because a lot of universities are going to be online for the first year if you were to join. So I know that Cambridge is the main university that I've heard about saying that their first year is going to be online. And a lot of people who are meant to be going to Cambridge are deferring because they're saying, why would I pay £9,000 a year to be taught online? It doesn't make sense. A lot of people are saying, why would I pay all that money if I can join a year later and have a normal university experience? A lot of people have been like, I'm missing freshers. It's like, do you care more about freshers or the fact that your university degree is online? You might be thinking, what is the problem with all of these people deferring? Well, let me tell you. So obviously every year there will always be people that will defer and have a gap year, whatever they do. But it's always like a certain amount of people. Like it's always very similar, like the amount of people that go and the amount of people that don't go every year. But this year, there's most likely going to be a very large, much larger than before in past years, amount of people that are deferring. So there's going to be a really big amount of people that aren't going to go to uni this year, meaning that there's also going to be barely anyone going to uni compared to normal this year. So when everybody in year 12, us, next year preparing to go to university, there is going to be a much larger amount of people wanting to go to university. There's going to be not only all the people when we are in year 13, there's not only going to be us, but there's also going to be the people that have had this gap year. So with there being so many people going for university positions, it's going to become a lot more competitive, and it's going to mean that people aren't going to get in who would normally get in if there wasn't all these people that are deferring. I'm not sure, like I said, if the government are going to be like, say something. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. Am I worried? Yes, but we've got a vibe. So that is everything that I wanted to talk about, kind of just give an overview of the future of education and my opinion, like what is going to happen. It is a mess. That's it. If you have any questions that you want to leave, or if you have any answers that you want to say, like about the education system in the UK, maybe from another country, if you're from America, what's happening over there? Because I don't know, because I'm not American. If you want to leave any questions, or if you want to give your opinion, leave them in the comments. I would love to know, you know, how you're feeling. But I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe down below. Why do I do that? I hope that you will have a really good day and a really good week, and I hope that I see you guys in my next video. Bye!